Yeah!
Kinaril mo! Kinaril ko! Ipatas tayo! Because it's like a shipping company. It is insurance company. YouTube, kumusta? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening po sa inyong lahat. Subject, maritime casing. What's up guys? Welcome to my Maritime Detective Educational video. For today, we will be discussing fundamentals of maritime detective investigation and intelligence of the video discussion with regards what I uploaded regarding informants, which is the objectives, functions, and classifications. So for today, ang i-discuss naman natin for this video discussions, maritime casing. So before anything else, let me introduce myself. I am Wilbur L. Bangotan, Marines, a seafarer, also known as the Professor. Please like this video and please subscribe by Maritime Politician channel for more Taglish how-to videos. Please like our Facebook page as well. Facebook page www.facebookpage.com Maritime Politician channel. For topic request and shout out request, please like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Kapag di nyo pa po nagagawa, malaking tulong po na nakakatulong kayo sa hindi lang po seafarers and OFW, pero nakakatulong din po kayo sa local netizens, mga kabayan, kung paano nila depensahan ang karapatang hindi lang rights of the seafarers. Dahil mayroon din po tayong tinatawag na human rights sa mapang-abuso at mapagsamantalang employers, katulad ng pati buhay ng employers nila ay kanilang dinudugas from my previous vlog number 2. Okay, without much further more ado, let's start the video. Next topic, we move now to casing. So in this part of the discussion is maritime casing. So dito kay maritime casing, it is the process of inspecting places to determine its suitability for operational use in the maritime. It is known as reconnaissance, an exploratory mariner survey at shipmanning office territory of the employers. Sometimes it is called the surveillance inside the shipmanning agency in their operational office area in the building to land base. And likewise, a seafarer surveillance on board Ship Vessel Patrol International Sea Base. Casing should be done either. So si maritime casing, ito naman yung pag-i-inspect ng lugar to determine if totoo ba yung lugar na yan ay suitable sa mga narinig ng mga balibalita, rumors, mga chismis na shipmanning agency for illegal operational purposes, shipmanning agency daw ng politician. So what are the types of maritime casing? So first is exterior maritime casing. From the name itself pa lang, ang inoobserbahan naman niya is full or immediate areas sa mismong loob ng ship agency, management, operation. Like example, yung crewing manager mo, nakaupo, nagbibigay line-up ship vessel assignments for seafarers. Ay seafarer in profession ba siya? Align ba siya sa maritime position, kinauupuan niya? Pinanghahawakan niya? Kung hindi man siya maritime in profession, yung head manager niyang supervisor niya, ano ba ang educational background and work experience sa ocean ship running vessel international at sea para masabing competent as a general crewing manager deploying seafarers sa karagatan ng dagat international? As such, red rectangle. Nautical graduate ba? Marine engineer graduate ba? Mga ship vessel experience ba? Okay, we can say, sige, pwede na. Pwede na. As long na yung hari na namumuno, na mamahala ng shipmanning agency, ay nakakomply naman siguro. As expected. Kapitan siguro sa barko. Or chief engineer siguro sa barko. To work experiences obtained from bachelor education course. But based from the investigation, so Kaya to investigation. Confirmed. And assessment, mga nagfo-forum shopping nga. Kung kaya, walang pagmamalasakit kasi hindi ka dugo. No officer at all, kaya oh my God! Kaya hindi talaga nagkakaintindihan. Therefore, the outcome in Maritime Shipmanning Agency Administration para mang politika. Yun lang yun. Ibig sabihin yun, kaya wala nang ibang pag-usapan. Maritime casing. Kumbaga sa military casing is anti-crime operation sa kanila. They are inspecting the installations of entrance and exit doors such as windows of the building, place and location ng mga hagdanan and others, ang installation ng said building para ma-assess nila, makapagbuo ng plano para magkaroon ng kumpiyansa kapag naandyan na ang katibayan ng kumpirmadong kaligtasan nilang mga military group when they proceed anti-crime operation. As example, kung magre-raid sila ng building, ang area, lugar ng mga yakuza or mga mafia group, syndicates or mga terrorist militants. Tulad halimbawa sa ginawa nilang pagtugis sa terorista na at mafia pang katulad ni Bin Laden sa kanyang pinagtataguang pook na lugar ng kanyang house building. May nag-spy munang undercover to assess the area at saka ginawan ng plano kung paano pasukin para hulihin subject na walang iba kundi si Bin Laden. An example of military casing. NBI casing, police casing, PDEA casing, CIDG casing. Like examples ay pare-parehas lang. Katulad lang ang casing nila sa military casing dahil isa lang naman ang usaping ang pagtugis ng crime operatives. Adapt yan sa maritime casing. Ngunit, hindi anti-crime operation, kundi illegal maritime activities naman. Illegal maritime activities operation naman ang kinikising. Kaya, ayan. Ito yung round table ni Attorney Del Rosario ang outline, guidelines ng mga marino sa pagmamaritime casing. Pinsan ni crime casing. Kasi parehas na usaping nakamamatay ang kinikasing. Tulad mga halimbawa ng maritime casing, mga yan, pinadalang sundalo para makibakbakan. Sinadyang hindi binigyan ng mga armas at bala para siguradong kamatayan. Ayan. Pero nag-resurrection. Ay sana natuluyan para wala tayong sabit dyan. Sabi naman ng kalaban. Migo, buti hindi ulo mo nauna bumagsak. Buti buhay ka. Ngunit sa land base may balak ka pa yata tuluyan. Pero hindi nagtagumpay. Sadyang hindi pa oras talaga kay kamatayan. So in military exterior casing, it is inspecting the installations of like entrance and exit doors, installations of windows and stairs by the undercover spy military agent. As we should say, in order to assess ang mga tatakbuhan ng mga kalaban when they operate anti-crime operation. That is military exterior casing. Similarly, in maritime exterior casing regards above example we've mentioned, yung illegal ship management operation, ang tinutugis naman ng maritime exterior casing, ang installation ng mga employers, ranks, positions, experiences with their educational backgrounds to the fields of their present work professions. And that is the example of maritime exterior casing. Walang pinagkaiba yan sa CHED exterior casing, Commission on Higher Education, kaya CHED exterior casing. Dahil hindi ba meron namang mga CHED na nagkakandak ng inspection sa Academy School of Maritime? If the maritime instructor by the said school na nagtuturo sa mga nautical students and maritime engineering students ay in line sa kanilang mga work professions from their educational background and work experiences, kung kaya nagkakandak ng CHED personnels ng inspections of professional license of these maritime professors. Hindi bali ng hindi maritime in profession yung dean of the school or yung school president, basta yung instructor ay maritime in educational background and related in the work experience by the said maritime instructor. Parang ganyan. Like example, ipagpalagay natin dito, kahit may pagpalagay sana na kapitan siya ng maritime in rank position or marine chief engineer siya in maritime rank position, dahil usually, ganyan ang nangyayari sa ship agency. Kung hindi maritime in profession yung president sa ship manning company, yung crewing manager or yung general crewing manager ang usually an actual maritime in profession with the work background of experiences ang usually nakaupo dyan sa ship manning department. Kung kaya, hindi alam ng mga subordinates ang bulok-bulok na barko against the IMO, International Maritime Organization, ILO, International Labor Organization, and other more. Yan ang ibig sabihin naman yan. Kasi kapag seafarer ang ilalagay dito, aangal at aangal ang seafarer hindi payag. Ang seafarer malalagay sa kamatayan ang mga kabaros niya. Kaya alam nito na masasapak lang siya ng seafarer. Kaya mga ito, ang kanyang mga pinaglalagay, pinapaupo dyan para tuloy ang dugas operation. Kaya pati seafarer's life ay dugas. And that is maritime detective in exterior casing. Next, kung merong exterior casing, meron naman interior sa maritime interior casing. Maritime tayo, kaya maritime casing. Kung police si Cardo Dalisay, police casing. Kapag military si Cardo Dalisay, military casing. And so on and so forth. Ngayon, maritime casing. Dahil maritime detective ngayon si Cardo Dalisay. Ayan. Seafarers, are you with me? If you are with you, eksakto, maritime interior casing tayo. As in the maritime interior casing, ang in-inspect naman ng maritime detective dito, structure of the ship vessel. Starting from Manca Island, going down to vessel engine department. Open deck and fore and aft of the ship vessel. Lalong-lalo ang bulok-bulok na anti-antigong alanganing mga ibang parts na puro kinalawang na barko. Kaya nakakadisgrasya, nakaka-aksidente sa crew. Tulad halimbawa ng mga mooring drum ng windlass sa forward part of the MV Hoherif ship vessel. Umuuga-uga ang winch drum when turning during fastening and securing the rope lines every arrival and departure. Nakakatakot. No. Chain locker. Every heave up anchor, kailangan magsuot ang dalawang seafarer sa loob para i-assist, ikamada ang anchor chain. Naku, magkamali ka dyan, ipit o madaganan kang parang langgam lang dyan, hindi ka maiiwanang buhay dyan. Magkakarecord tayo sa World Book of Guinness yan. Seafarer nagsusuot sa ilalim ng anchor chain locker during heaving up the anchor. Engine department, naku, kahit 3 deficiencies man ang nahulit ng US Coast Guard, basta yung steering gears, pinakamahalaga. Kaso, single steering lang talaga. Wala nang ibang paraan. Patay talaga tayo niyan. Nako, disgrasya na. Tuwang-tuwa talaga si kumpare niyan. Kaya tatawa-tawa pa. Kasi may bonus prize pa. Saan ka pa? And those are the example of maritime interior casing. To conduct on board ship vessel patrol inspection investigation if seaworthy ba? How many crew on board? Meet ba ang standard manpower criteria of the ship vessel, if suitable ba? Compatible ba sa design ng ship vessel? Dahil kita naman manpower supply, kulang-kulang, safety equipments, provisions pa kaya? If meet ba nila ang SOP, Standard Operation Procedure ng SOLAS, Safety of Life at Sea? ILO, International Labor Organization? IMO, International Maritime Organization? And other pa, more aside sa protocol ng POAA na nabanggit. Pag uwi ng nadali nilang seafarer, ito ang diskarte naman sa land base. Lumang mga diskarte na mga yan. Kaya may tinatawag na CBA, Collective Bargaining Agreement of a ship vessel, na ang nilalaman ng CBA is an agreement tulad halimbawa ng mga inspections which includes but not limited to the different rooms of the ship vessel engine department of a ship running vessel. Kung nagko-comply din ba sila according sa contractual policy contract? For example, mga tulad ng halimbawa ng mga yan ay isang linya lang ang principles and objectives sa batas ng international rules, ocean-going ship vessels sa sea base, to follow sa mga binanggit natin na IMO, ILO, SOLAS protocols for ship vessel collision avoidance ng mga seafarers, trainings against leading into crew on board ship vessel, death injury occurrence, nababaliwala na pala ang SOLAS. And what is SOLAS again? Safety of life at sea. Kaya mayroong maritime cover and undercover seafarer. Mamaya, pagkatapos topic natin dito sa types of maritime kissing, sunod na tayo sa huling topic na maritime cover and undercover seafarer international, kung saan kami nagkakilala at naging paborito namin laro ni Big Ate nung naglalaro kami ng tagutaguan sa ilalim ng buwan. Hello! Hello ate! Namiss ka namin! We miss you ate! Alam po namin ate at naintindihan po namin, company lawyer po sila. Dinidepensahan lang ang kumpanya kasi yun ang trabaho po nila. Pero sana maunawaan din po nila kami na mga seafarer po kami. Ayaw naming mamamatay sa trabaho namin at ayaw naming ninanakaw ang pera namin dahil may mga umaasang mga kapamilya po namin sa amin. So those are the other examples of international maritime casing inspections. Investigations above we have mentioned in the above discussions in science, theory, and in arts performed live in an actual manner by means in methods of maritime casing. Under methods of maritime casing, we have 5 methods in casing. First is personal reconnaissance. Second, map reconnaissance. Third, research. Fourth, prior information. And 5, hearsay. First method is personal reconnaissance. Personal reconnaissance of an area of onboard ship vessel patrol is the most effective method of maritime casing in which it is the most effective means. Ayan na yung mga binanggit kong mga tulad ng halimbawa above the discussion, exterior and interior of maritime casing, where under exterior casing is observation of installations of maritime employers who operates the ship manning agency with their respective positions if they are capable ba to function by their respective ranks and positions regarding to their duties and responsibilities of such obligations. Regarding like example sa topic na IMO, ILO of such safety of a ship vessel, they manage, and most of all, safety of life at sea. SOLAS of seafarers on board, ocean-going ship vessel at sea for safety first, for the life crew on board. And into maritime interior casing, after inspections of the structure of the said illegal ship management operation inside the office building area, and from furthermore rumors gained, obtained information for the subject such as lack of crew, for manpower on board ship vessel, unfair labor salary, too much old will kill you ship vessels, bad experience in P&I insurance of death injury accidents of seafarers, blah blah blah, na ang tanong ay, may ebidensya ka ba? Mga chismis lang naman pala. Sino nagsabi? Si Marites? Mga observations lang naman pala eh. Mga dokumento lang naman pala eh. Wala naman yung nakikita sa mata para maniwala ang mga taong lalong-lalo na sa court hearing kay judge. Wala siyang makita, ebidensya, kundi chismis lang meron. Okay. Therefore, the method of personal maritime reconnaissance will produce the most information since you know just what you are looking for. So, in personal maritime reconnaissance, ikaw mismo ang pupunta sa target area or sa lugar to assess the suitability of the said area. Yung tinutukoy niyan ay yung tulad sa binanggit natin sa una-una pa lang na discussion natin na surveillance or clandestine na isang seafarer sa said area ng ship manning agency nag-apply na seafarer but at the same time, at the right place, nag-observe din inside the ship manning operation management office. So, after natanggap naman itong seafarer by the said ship agency na binanggit, nag-fly up in the sky with the airplane ha. Hindi lumipad na Superman kuno. Naalala ko tuloy, nung katatapos ko na operahan, sa right shoulder ko, one day after, high na high ako sa binibigay nilang gamot ko, pang lower down ng blood pressure ko. Pero kinakapos-kapos ako sa hininga, habang high na high ako. It takes 2 days na ganyan, after my right shoulder operation. Tapos, hindi ko na ininom, sinasabi pang inumin ko na gamot ko to lower my BP, blood pressure. And every time punta ako mag-physical therapy sa kanila, blood pressure, monitoring muna. Samantalang nakadalawang hospital akong physical therapy sa province, wala naman blood pressure muna bago mag-physical therapy. Bago ako maoperahan sa right shoulder, naoperahan muna ako ng gallbladder stone just after 2 years lang sa Amosop Hospital ng mga seafarers Intramuros, Manila. Hindi naman ganyan, nahay tapos kinakapos sa hininga sa mga gamot-gamot. Bigay nilang iniinom-inom ko during my first auto-body experience operation in gallbladder stone, unlike second auto-body experience Amosop Hospital Intramuros, Manila. So si seafarer lumipad sa eroplano and nag-on-board sa international ocean-going ship vessel para mag-observe. And at the same time, mag-conduct ng inspection on board ocean-going ship vessel to gain information by obtaining evidences na nakikita mismo ng mga dalawang mata. Hindi yung mga dokumento na pinapakita ng ship agency sa POA. Nako, seafarer mismo ang nagpunta doon sa barko, nag-conduct inspection. Kitang-kita ng dalawang mata. Yan na lang ang pagpalagay natin. So, as in personal maritime reconnaissance, ikaw ay pumunta sa barko to conduct inspection while running the ship vessel in the ocean running ship vessel. Likewise, to observe the system and procedure management operations from the said ship manning agency vessel assignments of the seafarer, as such as job orders given from the ship owner to ship agency, from ship agency to ship's captain of the vessel. Kaya andyan naman yung tinatawag na ginagawa lang ni Kapitan. Ang sinusunod niya lang ang utos, ang job order sa kinauukulan na nagpapasahod ang nagpapasweldo sa kanya and to subordinators. Kaya lahat ng crew on board ay walang ibang gagawin kundi ang hindi sumunod. Ang Marines, obey and follow kay Kapitan. So kanino ang barko at nagbibigay ng job order? Si ship owner, the Major General Inland Base. Kanino niya binibigay ang job order? Sa kanyang kanang kamay, si Ship Manning Agency President, the Brigadier General Inland Base. At kanino ipinasa ni President Manning Agency ang job order? Kay Kapitan ng barko, the Colonel Soldier at Sea Base. Kanino ipinasa ni Kapitan uli ang job order? Kay Chief Officer, Lieutenant Colonel Soldier at Sea Base. Kanino ipinasa ni Chief Officer uli ang job order? Kanino na napunta? Kay able-bodied seaman, and he is the Major Soldier at Sea Base. At ano ang job order? The execution of Andres Bonifacio like manner. Ang tanong, sino nagpapatay kay Andres Bonifacio? Nagtanong kasi nag-resurrection. Kaya tama ba? Sino pinahan ni Dr. Jose Rizal? Kung sino ang in charge sa paghihimagsik ng KKK ni Andres Bonifacio? Tama? And that is the adventure. So, in personal maritime reconnaissance, ang ibig sabihin, kung totoo nga ba talaga ang mga gain, mga obtain ng mga balibalita, mga chismis, considering report informations, kumbaga. Kaya ikaw ay nagpunta to the said area to conduct inspections and to investigate and collect evidences, and that is maritime detective. Pero ngayon at present, pupunta ka pa ba uli dyan sa mga said areas na yan? Habang alam na nila kung sino ka? Ay wag na, gwardyang may batuta ang nakaabang na sa'yo para dyan. Magkikasalamuha ka pa ba? Wag na, burn out na. Next, number 2, map reconnaissance naman. Ang map reconnaissance alone may not be sufficient, but it can produce a suitable amount of information. So ibig pong sabihin, ina-assess mo ang iyong lugar through a map. So from a map, it is possible to get a good survey of roads and street networks para madaling ma-determine ng other pang law enforcement authorities like POEA Operations and Surveillance Division for conducting more further investigation sa tinutukoy natin na subject. Unlike sa personal maritime reconnaissance na ikaw nagpunta doon personally to visit the area for a maritime casing. Next, maritime casing method, research. So such information can be acquired through research. And research normally entails a study of unclassified sources such as yung mga nababasa at narinig natin ng mga like newspapers, periodicals, public bulletins, telephone and city directories, radio, and television broadcast and other available references. such bloggings and vloggings, such bloggings and vloggings. Tulad ginagawa ko ngayon, fucking vlogging, in order to assess the area. Next is prior information. So your unit will have on-file reports from other activities within your unit and also from other intelligence unit. Like for example, that will provide you with information. Or the POEA Operation and Surveillance Division, another like for example, in addition, town studies, geodetic surveys, and can provide you with valuable information. So, as a maritime law enforcement, sino ang masasabi naman natin na considering as big part of intelligence units natin? The following units na ating tutukuyin or babanggitin ay mga adapt natin sila na ating intelligence units. Since Anti-Illegal Ship Manning Agency Operation ang operasyon ng Maritime Detective Intelligence Unit, andyan si POEA, Adapted Intelligence Unit, who assist our investigation unit. If information of collective bargaining agreement or CBA settlement in short ang usapan against the enemy, andyan ang NCMP, National Conciliation Mediation Board Adapted Intelligence Unit. If information of labor case dispute ang hindi pagkakaunawaan ng both parties na employer versus employee at gusto nilang magsagupaan sa sabungan para makipagpustahan ng sa puti, sa pula, sa meron, sa wala, lodges, andyan naman si NLRC, National Labor Relations Commission, Adapted Intelligence Unit. Kapag investigation regarding fraud medical certificate from the medicine board by the company doctors to include contacts, connivance, private doctors ay andyan naman si PRC, the Professional Regulation Commission, Investigation, Adapted Intelligence Unit. Kapag investigation naman regarding company lawyers to include contacts, connivance, maritime lawyers, ikaw, benta-benta, andyan si MPMC, Intelligence Unit. And what is MPMC? Kuno? Maritime Politician Magna Carta Intelligence Unit, or sometimes called the bad boys of the seafarers' rights, the maritime law consultancy experience on board running ship vessel at sea, advisors of what exact evidences a seafarer should produce as how it takes to be in claiming their compensation benefits, the highest maritime law of the land, meaning nakikisaw-saw lang siya sa kanyang mga sari-sari office. Hindi sari-sari store ha? Sari-sari office, yan. Starting from NCMB, NLRC, PRC, and nakikikoordinate siya kay POEA. Yan, ibig sabihin yan, among the four Maritime Intelligence Unit Office. Yan po ang ibig sabihin yan. So, Maritime Politician, pakireview nga itong mga napag-usapan at mga napag-desisyonan namin kay Maritime Lawyer na SPA. Isinulat kung tama din ba? Sinasabi na agreement contract natin at sa NCMB National Conciliation Mediation Board daw natin isasalat kasi walang collective bargaining agreement. Ayan, walang halimbawa. At saka kailangan daw pirma ng Maritime Politician Magna Carta Office para gwardyado, seguridad, bantay, walang salakay, hindi pastusan, hindi scam, walang buwag, lukuhan, bla bla bla. Ayan, tulad halimbawa. And after the review and judgment of the Maritime Politician Magna Carta Office is okay? Okay naman, ayos naman. Walang natalo, walang nanalo, walang hindi ayos, fair, walang unfair, patas ang labanan sa batas, tapos na yan. Wala nang pag-usapan dyan. That's why they call it the highest maritime law intelligence unit of the land. Bad Boys of the Seafarers' Rights is the product of maritime lawyer. And let me have the honor po to explain. The history goes here. Walang maritime lawyers but only company lawyers ang meron a long time ago. Ngunit nung dumating ang time na hindi na talaga masikmura ni company lawyer, ang abusadong panglalapastangan na lang ni company maritime ship agency sa mga seafarers, hanggang hindi na kaya ang konsensya ni company lawyer, suko na ang konsensya, nag-resign at inabandado na niya si company maritime ship agency. At si company lawyer ay nagtatag ng kanyang sariling lawyer for seafarers. Yan ang history, ang pangalan ng nagkaroon ng maritime law firms. At ang mga ibang sekretary nila na nag-resign ay nagsarili ng sariling office. Kung kaya, meron ang office na maritime consultancy. Maganda noong una, ngunit habang tumatagal, nagmultiply, dumami sila, at sila nakikita-kita sa iisang bahay sa korte, sila magkakakilala, nag-uusap-usap sa iisang bahay, sa courtroom, nagka-developan, nagmahalan, sila, mga nagsisi-asawahan, ganon, parang ganon, i-analyze nyo. Maritime company lawyer? Maritime lawyer? Ano yung family name nila? Same! Synergy. So what do you expect them to do? They communicate synergy. Hindi they work synergy ngayon, ha? They communicate synergy. Dahil kung hindi mag-communicate like synergy ang dalawang mag-asawa, ay naku, away-away. Sira ang pamilya, kapupuntahan ng dalawang mag-asawa. Sira ang pamilyang kawatan, maritime industry. Kaya may salitang talagang ganyan. Hindi may iiwasan. Kaya sila ay nagmamahalan sa kanilang paglalabing-labing. Nagkaroon sila ng maritime politician, Magna Carta. Bunga ng kanilang pagmamahalan. Apo naman yan ni Maritime Shipping Manning Agency. At ano ang function? Anak nilang si Maritime Politician Magna Carta. Apo ni Company Ship Agency. Binabantayan ang mga magulang na company lawyer at maritime lawyer na hindi mag-aaway, walang gulo, family prays together, stays together, so no broken family, but rather, everybody is happy. So, no other than but to provide a valuable information for the seafarers' awareness, the exact informations on how to protect their seafarers' rights. That is their meanings. So, kumbaga, dito sa prior information, ito yung tinatawag natin na information at hand. So, ibig sabihin, punta ka sa mga intelligence units na mga binanggit para mag-inquire ng informations. At siguraduhin lang po na ang mga kinakausap ay yung talagang tao na employee nakaupo dyan sa opisina ng mga yan regards prior information in that area that may help you in your maritime casing. Next, we move now to hearsay. Ito yung mga sabi-sabi. So this type of information is usually gained by the person operating in the area of performing the maritime casing job. So, maritime casing should be done with your ears open when visiting such places as restaurants, bars, amusement, aside company lawyers, places of their contacts, connivance, office of your hired private lawyers, likewise medical clinic of your private doctor, na meron na palang pinag-usapan na iba with the company lawyer and sa mga whom you hired in charge to assist your insurance claims na wala kang kalam-alam na ikaw na seaman ay parang baka na lang pala, diniliver at binibenta sa slaughterhouse na lang. Mga tulad ganyan, nakasanayan kung bakit bulok-bulok na antigong barko. Walang pake sa kaligtasan ng buhay ng marino kasi mga baka na lang pala ang mga marino dahil sa nakasanayang kagamitan na lang ang kapwa tao. Livestock, inilagay sa barko, export live product, international, para ganun. Ganun pala yun. Kulang supply naman power crew. Dahil anyway nga, baka naman mga yan, mga malalakas, lalo andyan mga kalabaw na able-bodied seaman, kaya pwede ng dalawang kalabaw na able-bodied seaman lang. Ganun ba yun? Ganun pala yun. Ship equipment sa sea base, extra job, pay, walang tigil na kawatan. Dahil anyway, mga livestock naman ang mga seafarers on board, export animals ang mga seaman na yan. Ang paningin kung kaya, mga kalabaw mga yan, pang-araro sa barko ni ship owner. International seafarers from different society in culture do not care if you are a ship owner or the president of ship agency na nakaupo dyan. Because seafarers are all human beings living in the same planet Earth. Yan naman ang nakasanayan ng mga seafarers sa exposure different countries in the world. Kaya hindi sila lumalaban sa ship agency dahil ang nakasanayan na daigdig ay bumalik. Sumakay sa barko dahil yun na ang nakasanayan na mundo. Bakit? Pasasakay nyo ba kasi sila kung ipaglalaban nila ang karapatan nila? Kung kaya nag-oo na lang sila kahit hindi. Pero ang masama, inabuso na lang ng ship manning agency. Nung makita ng seafarer sa radar through satellite ang nakita ng seafarer, tuldok lang pala. And that is Kaya si pare ko yung malamang seaman. Kasi alam, dead ahead MV POEA Mighty range 11 miles, CPA 3.02. Inabandong kagad ang ship agency building. And those are the example of hearsay. Kamaros, seafarers, naintindihan nyo sinasabi ko ha?
Yeah!
Ang layo-layo ng kalaban. Tapos kapitan pa unang mag-abandon ship. Nang parang ibig sabihin, kaya suspicion arose. Kung kaya, to investigation. Pwede. It reflects the character, the attitude in land base. And sometimes, nangyayari yan if an injured seafarer's lawyer is a maritime lawyer of what we have had just discussed about the stanzas we've mentioned. Hindi naman lahat ng maritime lawyers ay ganun ha. Some others. Kaya we call it sometimes finished story.